Hi, it's Julia here. I hope you're having a great weekend. For today's Sunday feature, I wanted to share with you some great advice we got from a digital tourism expert, Tina Tuzin. Now, what she was able to do for us was to distill down lots of data and studies into the behaviour of tourists to give us some really clear advice on how we interact with them, to give them a much better experience. So let's have a look at those top tips just now and think about how we could really apply them to improve how we perform in our business.
So the number 3 thing that's important when people come and visit you is be human. People are really interested in your story and the localness of Scotland. So they would like to hear what you like, what is the history of the place, and all of the little things. So actually personality is a very important aspect here. So number 2 is communication. People understand that there might be a problem sometimes, but they don't care as long as you tell them about it. It actually turns out that when people have complaints or something they're not happy about, being able to fix it is only a third of the solution. Answering promptly and being human and personable about it is the other 66%. So if you just get those right, then you'll end up with happy customers, even though something didn't go the way it was planned. And finally, number 1 is managing expectations. It turns out that people's happiness about their stay depends on what they expected before they came. So if we make sure that the stuff we promised them up front is the same as what they come out with, or maybe we even performed a little bit better, you'll get away with customers who will go happier back to their friends and family, and perhaps recommend even more to their friends and family to come visit too.
So really interesting there, be human. That is something that seems ridiculous to say, but actually it's about the emotional connection that we have with people, about that, that is such a base level thing. It's about sharing your own story, about how you came to set up your business even, about your favourite things to do in your local area, about really sharing your personality with visitors. That's what people really want, and not just face to face, online as well. Think about the language that you're using and how you're representing yourself to people when they come into contact with your business, and whether that's through your website or through other social channels. And then communication, so important. If something goes wrong, it's not a disaster. Just don't stick your head in the sand. Communicate with people. Everyone appreciates honesty, and that helps us again to build trust and to build that relationship with the visitor. And then finally, managing expectations. We sometimes think we want to place the most flattering representation of our business online, but that's not necessarily the best thing to do. I mean, definitely we want to represent ourselves well, but if you're showing pictures of rooms and it makes them look an awful lot bigger than they really are, or you're showing only the parts of your business that aren't really representative of what the rest of it is like, then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. So really thinking about how you're going to manage those expectations so that people come to you and they're not disappointed, because that's the last thing that we really want. So I hope you found these tips useful, and that you'll be able to take away something today, even if it's just with the next conversation you have with a visitor, to really be human and bring some of that personality to the interaction. But that's all for today. Have a great weekend. Bye.